Hi Bells, it's Sara Stanford here with your BBT. Last week we talked about alterations on the gown and getting the perfect fit. This week what I want to talk about is that emergency first aid kit that every bride or bridal party needs to have in the dressing room and on the wedding day. I remember when I got married, there was an emergency at my wedding when we were getting dressed that my bridesmaids tried to keep me away from, but I ended up finding out one of my bridesmaids, the zipper in the back of her gown, or I think it might have been the side, actually split open, and we had no way to deal with it. They eventually ended up solving it in some which way, shape, or form, but the bottom line is there's certain key things that should be in every bride's room to try and help to alleviate some of these emergencies that almost always at least one of them will come up. So number one, and I'm only going to give you a few today because there's a really long list, but number one, I would say a sewing kit. Just a small sewing kit, you know, the ones that they give you in the hotel room sometimes, which has a needle, maybe a few common pins, and some different type of thread. So maybe what, as the bride or the bridesmaids, what you should do is beforehand, go out and try and see if you can get some thread that matches the bridesmaids' dresses, and maybe the mother of bride's dresses, and even the white or the ivory for the gown, just in the event that such an emergency ends up coming up. Something else that's going to come in handy is safety pins. You just never know when a strap is going to break. You never know when something is going to happen, something needs to be pulled in and you just don't have time or the expertise to sew it, and a safety pin can come in really handy. Another good thing to have also is they sell those little sample sizes of deodorant, but the clear deodorant, not the roll-on, not the stick, the clear deodorant, because it's a busy day and some people, you know, it's a fact of life. Some people sweat more than others, and you know, it's inevitable that somebody's going to leave something somewhere. Also, another thing that you're going to need is tissues. Lots and lots of tissues, because you never know who's going to cry when. And so, you know, Kleenex sells those little compact ones that you can put in your purse. Maybe you can put one in the car that the bride is going to the wedding in as well, so she has that by her side. Maybe you keep one, ask the wedding planner to keep one at the head table, so we all you know, have that sort of thing. The other thing that can happen is stains. A lot of marks and spots and stuff can come out very easily if you have the right tools. So it's important that you have those things with you on the wedding day as well. Tide and Shout, and I'm sure there are different brands, sell these little sticks to help to get rid of the stain, and you just rub the spot out. That's a good thing to use. Sometimes on certain fabric, and it depends on the fabric, but you can test it. If you just take a little bit of soapy water on a paper towel, you can usually, you know, rub out a little spot or something like that. Sometimes when you're putting on a dress and lipstick gets on it, that sort of thing. There are a few more things that you need, you know, band-aids, you know, hairpins. Hairpins are important because, you know, the hairstyles may pin up the hair, but every now and again you might need a spare hairpin. So these are things, maybe you keep them in a little Ziploc bag, but keep them close by you and close by the bride, so that way we can do our best to ensure that we have a picture perfect day, and any of those little mistakes and mishaps we can just, you know, fix really quickly and no one else will notice. All right, so that's my BBT for this week. Have a wonderful day, and as always, make it blissful.